What's good? It's your boy Dash Cash here, back in effect. Another episode of the More Life Podcast. Hold on. This something new. Should we changing it up? We're gonna call this Let's Talk Sports.
Oh, he broke his ankles. Now he's got an entourage, and he's got a touchdown.
This, I typically do the half sports, half entertainment, but I'm like, shit, I might as well separate that shit. Had two different shows. The More Life Podcast is the one where we talk entertainment and possibly whatever else. Let's Talk Sports. Of course, obviously, nigga, we talking sports. So, let's go ahead and get into it. So first, man, I just watched that UFC. What is it, 181 or something like that? Saudi, my man, he lost. Israel Adesanya, he lost to Alex Pereira, some shit like that, whatever his name is. But it was a solid fight. And for real, I forgot UFC was on, man. Until the last minute, I hurried up, went. Shit, Izzy was just walking out. They did the announcement, and it was a solid fight. I'll say it was like Izzy was getting his ass beat kind of that first round, maybe it was the second round, and then shit, he brought it back. He was stunning, bro. Like shit, and working him kind of in the clinching on the ground. That Pereira nigga had looked hella tired and shit. And then, man, they got to that fifth round. And shit, and for y'all that don't watch UFC, any championship fight always got 5-minute rounds. The other fights, like any normal fights, is just 3 rounds. But they made it to that fifth round, probably like 2-3 minutes in. Bro, I caught Izzy with that punch, cause he kept on boxing him into the cage, and that's where Adesanya was fucking up, cause the Alex Pereira dude is like taller than him and more muscular. Like he definitely more of a power puncher. Izzy is more of a precision striker. Like he for real, he got a good all around type game for real. But shit, he wasn't eating them punches, and it's crazy. The Pereira nigga is the only dude that really beat him and shit outside of MMA, cause they both did kickboxing together, and the Alex Pereira dude beat him back in the day when they was fighting, I think in like New Zealand or something like that, or maybe in Australia. Adesanya, he only lost to Jan Blachowicz and shit. That was the only other person that he lost to in the UFC, which bro is a whole nother weight class above him. Adesanya was trying to go up to win another belt. But nonetheless though, Izzy got hit with that 1-2 in the corner, got stunned, and shit from there, bro, just do. It was over. I'm like, damn, man. My nigga Izzy lost, bro. Shit was leaking. At the end, that motherfucker was like, man, fuck. Cause he didn't get knocked out, but he lost by TKO. Cause shit, it got to the point his head was kind of just like drooping down. He couldn't really, when you can't defend yourself and you look like you pretty much like stumbling for it, they gonna call that shit off. They're not finna let you get killed in the ring. And shit, if they can, control it, they ain't trying to let you get killed in the ring. But salute to that Alex Pereira dude, man. He looked like he might be a beast. I guess he's 7-1 now, but he 5-0 in the UFC. So we'll see. I guess that's a dude that Izzy can't beat. I know they're gonna have a rematch. I think Izzy should fight somebody else first. He might need to bulk up a little bit, possibly get a little bit more muscle on him so he can hit harder, because I think that's always been the problem, is that like he just don't hit hard enough. This nigga, he done knocked out a few people, but I mean, bro, they was weak for real. Like I know he knocked out Paulo Costa. I remember watching that fight. He knocked him out like first round type shit. But typically Adesanya going to the decision, and that's what he was looking for tonight. But that was just a couple hours ago. That's what he was looking for. But shit, he'll bounce back. What else? UFC wise, Cain Velasquez, shit, used to be the heavyweight champ. And shit, I don't know if y'all remember me talking about it on here like months ago. Damn. My bad. Yeah, was talking about that Cain Velasquez stuff some months ago, where he went and he shot at, it was like a person, I think it was like a family member that touched his kid or his nephew or something like that, or niece. It was something like that. I think his niece got touched by somebody, and he went and he shot at the dude, but it was at a school though, so he went to prison, or he went to jail. Basically, he was held without bail because you can't just be shooting near no school and shit. That's endangerment to hella kids and other people. But I understand the situation though, because if somebody touch my kids, nigga, I'm spinning the block too. Like 21 Savage say, yeah, I'm spinning a block, bro, twice. Like I ain't got nowhere to park, my G. You feel me? But he finally got freed on bail though. So I mean, it's possibly looking positive, because I'm pretty sure, like, as they going through it, the judge is gonna understand, man. Like, you gonna lose it. You find out somebody touching your kids, man, it's a wrap. And he's one, he a Latino. I mean, shit, the stuff that we hear is them Latin people be shit on that shit. Like, they with the shits. I'm not gonna hold you. That's what I always heard my whole life growing up, is that most of them motherfuckers is with the shits. Also, like, and he really from down there. I think he from Venezuela or something like that. Some shit like that. But you got that. Also, he was a UFC fighter, so he trained up. He ain't pussy and shit. I mean, he probably about it. I ain't gonna hold you. He on that Aaron Hernandez shit. He about it. But that man got freed though. So salutes to them. Hopefully everything be straight. I know he was trying to get into wrestling before, so maybe that's what he gonna go ahead and do. He was solid too with it, with the Lucha Libre stuff. So we'll see. Let's see, boxing wise, since we talking about combat sports, boxing wise, I know Floyd Mayweather set to fight some dude named Deji or something like that. I guess he with that KSI dude. I think KSI is like a YouTuber or something like that. I just know bro had fought Logan Paul some years ago, and that's when I first heard about him. And I think he sponsored by that Prime drink. I think it's called Prime, because I know I seen him at the store on the sign, like for the promotion and stuff. Him and Logan Paul was both on there for the promos and stuff. So I don't know, but he's supposed to, Floyd Mayweather fighting the Deji dude. I'm pretty sure Floyd gonna win. He ain't lost yet. I can't see nobody beating him unless he fight one of these young bucks that's out there really getting it in and shit. Like if he was to fight a Gervonta Davis, Floyd probably getting slushed. Cause shit, he way older now. Like I feel like he done lost a slight step, and that slight step might be what fuck him up. But then also, I don't think he got the power to knock out Gervonta Davis or even a Canelo at this point. Like shit, he probably be through, because he probably don't get knocked out before he can make it to the decision. If it's strictly we going based on who done got the most points, then Floyd always gonna win. But if it come down to that knockout, he might lose. And shit, that's if you could touch him, because Floyd be slipping and sliding through everything. But shit, let's go ahead and get into the NBA news. So I seen the other day Adam Silver, he was speaking on his meeting with Kyrie, and he was saying that when they met, that everything was a direct and candid conversation. So I'm guessing he said direct as in he made sure he was just sitting down with him. Who knows who else was in there with him, but and everything was solid by the candid. What else though? He said, this is directly the direct quote, according to NY Times. He said that he's known Kyrie for a decade, and he's never heard an anti-Semitic word from him, or frankly any hate directed at any group. And then he continued to say, but whether or not Kyrie is anti-Semitic is not relevant to the damage caused by posting the hateful content. And it's like, bro, like, what damage has he caused? Like, y'all to be in y'all feelings? Like, y'all to be upset? Like, bro, that's all this is. Like, people upset over the way they feel about something that somebody said, man. Like, it's like when people have their pennies in a bunch that he said the earth is flat. Like, bro, it's the same shit. And they be calling him an idiot or whatever. Like, how? Like, I mean, I don't necessarily believe the Earth is flat, but I see it could possibly be things that may lead towards that. I don't knock nobody that believe in it necessarily, because to be real, none of us know what the Earth look like. We going based on shit that people tell us, like so I mean, who knows? And I mean, I don't even want to necessarily. I ain't even gonna get into that conversation because it could go somewhere else. But nonetheless, Adam Silver was saying that, and I mean, shit, Kyrie's still under that suspension. They say that the suspension lifted, but they ain't got no exact timetable on when he coming back. So basically, they still want him to bow down and do them 6 things that they said that he got to do. Like Farrakhan said, and also Minister Farrakhan, he had a speech the other day. I haven't got the chance to watch it in totality, but I've seen a few clips. I am going to check it out. Y'all go check it out, noi.org.com. Oh, not, well, I say .com, noi.org. Y'all check that out. I'm pretty sure it's still up on there. But Minister Farrakhan was telling them, don't bow down, don't apologize. Come on, man. Go ahead and stand up. If this is your truths and everything, you gotta stand up for that. Because Minister Farrakhan, somebody, bro, he can relate. He's been ridiculed for the things that he said, like on the mainstream level. The shit he's banned from Twitter and all that, or whatever. They banned him from YouTube, like his actual account had got banned from YouTube years ago. So the only stuff you can see by him is stuff that people posting up because they didn't ban him. So he's somebody that's been ridiculed for the stuff that he's saying. They said that it's hate speech or whatever, but it's his truths. He not saying, Minister Farrakhan don't be saying nothing about killing nobody. Shit, he be out there speaking the real, but they say it's hateful because they don't necessarily agree with it. And shit it's all BS, but man, Kyrie don't bow down, man. But what else though? NBA wise, I was thinking like, man, what's going on with Kawhi Leonard? Like, I ain't really seen or heard nothing about Burn forever. Like, I think he played in the first 2 games this season, and he disappeared. Like, thin air, fucking vanished, man. It's time to start calling him street clothes too. Like how people call AD street clothes. This thing, at least AD suit up once or twice during the season. Kawhi spent all of last year injured. You never seen him. The year before that, when he go down the beginning of the playoffs, couldn't make it back. Said he missed all last year. He been gone the first 2 games. Well, he only played the first 2 games this season. So shit, he didn't already miss, like 10, 11 games right now. I think they said his knees then got worse. I don't know, he might possibly be done. For real. I think the only reason why he don't get the criticism though is because like people know he can lead a team to a championship essentially by himself or with a whole bunch of role players, because that's what he did with the Raptors. He led Kyle Lowry, not really no superstar. Yeah, he been an all-star, but that's only because he played in the East where they ain't have hella dominant point guard shit. So he used to make the all-star team. And then he a solid player, but I never felt like he was all that though. Who else they had? Ibaka solid. He was a good role player. Plus he had he been to the finals before with the Thunder before then, so he kind of had that pedigree. Pascal Siakam, young up and comer shit, which he didn't end up translating, I think, into that star that they expected him to become, but he was good nonetheless. But yeah, Kawhi, man, who knows? And it might just be that Clipper curse for real. Said the Clippers, no matter what, they ain't doing shit until they move probably to their own arena. Which even then, I don't know. They probably gotta leave LA altogether. That the Clippers, y'all ain't doing nothing ever. Said, man, fuck the Clippers, bro. And shit, that's that Laker Nation right there in my blood speaking. Like, man, I can never rock with the Clippers. Never. Who else? LeBron, he injured. That groin injury. He had stepped out the other game. And it was saying like at first it was like a lower leg injury. But then it turned out it's actually his groin again. And shit, the past few years he been having groin problems, which shit, me personally, I had pulled my groin a couple years ago. Well, shit, that was, yeah, it's damn near a couple years ago, and I still have issues with that. And I ain't running up and down the court hella for 82 games and shit. I still have issues. So I know if I'm having issues, I know LeBron got issues for sure. And it's gotta be tough, man. Also, he older, nigga, damn near 40 years old. Father Time catching up, man. And I know they got them Father Time commercials. I think he be like getting a dub most of the time. That shit, that nigga taking L's right now. LeBron losing the Father Time shit. Just the Izzy, he lost. He took that L. LeBron took that motherfucking L and shit to Father Time. Who was Kyrie taking the L to the Jewish community. Shit, we talking about Kawhi. He also, shit, he losing the Father Time too. Shit, he been losing the Father Time since he was in his 20s. I ain't gonna hold you. Shit, Father Time been got Kawhi ass a long time ago. But shit, what else though? Lakers all together though, taking L's. They won them 2 games and shit, they ain't did nothing since. What else though? I seen LeBron, he came out too, back on that Kyrie stuff a little bit. LeBron did come out after, it's funny, it was after Minister Farrakhan's speech, because Minister Farrakhan called out LeBron and a few other people in the media, and it was saying like, y'all just cowards or whatever, like, y'all won't stand behind y'all brother or whatever, like, but he willing to stand up for y'all, though, like, when they got the whole fucking, media and everybody bashing him and stuff, this the time y'all supposed to come together, not pile up on him too or whatever. And you know, LeBron been getting called out for being fake or whatever, caring about only the issues that the masses care about or whatever. He just go with whatever's the popular thing, and that could be the case. But after Minister Farrakhan said that, that's when LeBron came out and he made a tweet saying like, as he said before, he can't condone anything that would be hurtful to another group or anything. He can't condone hate, but he feels like it's excessive what's going on with Kyrie, and he feel like he should be playing. But I'm like, that's a direct response to Minister Farrakhan without him saying anything. Well, you know, he's not gonna bring up Minister Farrakhan, and he not that crazy to fucking say anything and shit. Ain't nobody gonna get spicy with him, I can guarantee. Except for, I think like Vlad tried to get spicy, and that nigga got checked, like, big time checked. Trust, they ain't said shit since. Cause that nigga got checked, pressed, nigga. You gonna get pressed by them brothers no matter wherever you at. It's always some brothers probably somewhere nearby that's gonna pull up on you. And they ain't got no weapons, no nothing like that. They not finna bring harm to you. One thing the nation don't do is, you know, carry the guns and stuff like that. They're pretty much against that. Like, they feel like, shit, the only gun that they need, the only weapon they need is God. And shit, like they say, if it's their time to go, it's their time to go. And if it ain't, then shit, they gonna be saved in that moment. I feel them. And shit, I would be bearing arms, so I ain't gonna hold you. But I feel him. But nonetheless, LeBron came out and said that, though. It's like he trying to backtrack now. He's trying to save a little face, because shit, people on his ass. Like, I see the comments on IG, people been on his ass. YouTube, people been on LeBron ass and shit. Because also, it's the thing about like the China stuff I was talking about on here before, where he was quick to get on Daryl Morey about the China stuff, saying, oh, he shouldn't be, you know, trying to discuss things that he don't really know about, when it's like, it's so much evidence that's been coming out that China was oppressing them people in Hong Kong, probably still is. They oppress their own people, but then also they got, you know, the Chinese Muslims, which is called the Uyghurs. They got them in the concentration camps over there. And you know the other camps making the tech? They make all these and shit. Slaves make your phones and everything. You know what I mean? I need it though. So, I mean, you know, forgive me. But, you know, it's crazy. But let's touch on something else. I seen Jack Vaughn. He was named the head coach of the Brooklyn Nets. I think he was the assistant coach before, if I'm mistaken. Yeah, he was the assistant coach, and he got promoted. They was looking at Ime Udoka at first. I remember we was talking about that on here. But they said they kind of got backlash internally about possibly hiring him because, you know, the situation that's going on where he was smashing somebody's wife that worked for the Celtics and all that, and also he was engaged and everything. But I don't think that him being engaged don't even got shit to do with it. The fact that he was smashing somebody that's high up wife is why they trying to condemn my mans. But really, bro, ain't no players or nothing like that looking at him differently. The only people that's salty about it is people in the Celtics organization, because they don't want their wife to get fucked. And shit, but Ime Udoka was doing his thing. I mean, you know, shit, do your thing. If your girl is out there smashing other niggas, then that hoe gotta go. I'm not gonna lie to you, shit. That's on y'all relationship. Like, the business should never come in between that. And Ime wasn't letting the business come in between that. He just was getting the cooch. Shit, it's the president or vice president, somebody that was in their organization. I forget what the brand name that they said or what position he got. But he the one that's salty about his wife getting smashed out. He need to cut that hoe loose. She should be the one getting, and she worked for the team too, but she should be getting fired. My nigga, you feel me? But they ain't hired Ime Udoka because of that. I'm pretty sure Udoka will be somewhere else though. Guaranteed. Next season, he gonna get hired somewhere else. Don't be surprised. I'll put him on. I say Udoka might go to the Rockets. I'm gonna give him the Rockets. Or if he ain't with the Rockets, I'm gonna say the Knicks, cause he seemed like an East Coast type nigga. And if it ain't the Knicks, I'm gonna say top 3 teams for Udoka: Rockets, Knicks, 76ers. Because if the 76ers don't do nothing this year, Doc Rivers' ass is gone about that motherfucker. And they got the 2 stars that they need. Shit, they need a good coach up in there. Udoka is proven now. Also, he was under Greg Popovich, so it's proven. Unless the Spurs hand the keys back, but I don't know. I think Timmy D gonna get that, or what's her name, Becky Hammond. They might pluck her from the WNBA, bring her to the NBA, because she was an assistant coach on the Spurs before, and she might become that first official female head coach for the NBA. Let's see what else though. Luka Doncic, you already know. Shit, Luka legend. He looking like he might be MVP already. He been dropping 40-point games after 40-point games. And I mean, there might be somebody else that's doing that, but he fills the stat sheet. He get rebounds, he assists, everything. He can work on his defense a little bit, but he been doing it. And now I know we only 10, 11, 12, 13 games in, but he looking like he gonna do this all season. Plus, this 2K, the last 2K, always Doncic ball out, bro. When I'll be doing my GM things on it, Doncic always 30-something points a game that he averaging. Why? Because he the only scorer. He's the main, well, I say he's the main scorer option on the Dallas Mavericks. Shit, he's the only star. So they running that shit through him. And he getting buckets with ease. I'm not gonna hold you. With ease. Like, he got a finesse to the game to where he a bucket getter. But that's my pick so far, MVP and shit. And that's all I got on the NBA stuff right now. Let's go ahead and get into that NFL. Because it is Sunday, you know, shit. Get into the NFL. So I seen Odell might sign with Dallas. But shit, if he do, they probably need wide receivers. I think they just got that dude CD Lamb, for real. That's solid, but I mean, he ain't really did shit. For real, fuck the Cowboys. I don't even fuck with them niggas. I hope Odell don't go there, because I don't fuck with the Cowboys. So shit. But if they do get Odell, then you know, salutes to him. He said that he just looking for a place to play long term. For real. And he said he got a few teams. He said whether it's in Dallas, whether it's New York, for the Chiefs, whoever, shit, he just looking to play long term. He said he tired of being a rock star going city to city, which I feel him. He just had a kid recently. I think that was right after the Super Bowl. So, you know, he probably looking for a stable place to have his family at versus, you know, moving every single year, or shit, they gotta go get a hotel room for a while, or, you know, they staying at the B&B for a while, whatever the case may be, you know, shit. He probably ain't trying to do that shit no more. So I understand. I know Saquon Barkley said that he want Odell back with the Giants. And, I mean, I think he might be straight, but and the Giants playing good this year, though. So, I mean, that might work. Daniel Jones been playing solid. That might work. I know the Chiefs was looking at him. The Chiefs got a few. They got some targets already. And, you know, Pat Mahomes there. So, for real, I would like to see him go to the Chiefs. He would be solid there. And shit. Would definitely put them over the hump. But we'll see. What else? Before I get into week 10, let's see. Giselle Bundchen, whatever the fuck her last name is now. It used to be Giselle Brady or whatever. I guess she ain't changed her last name. Before. Yeah, if she didn't change her last name, you know what? Tom Brady needed to fucking drop that bitch and shit. Because if you don't change, my wife ain't had no fucking choice but to change her last name, or else the wedding wasn't happening. That was for anybody that I possibly was gonna marry. Look, the wedding ain't happening if you ain't getting Hendrix as your motherfucking last name. You feel me? Or hold on. That was y'all ain't hear my real last name. If you ain't got Cash as your last name, you can't be with me, baby. Yeah, shit. I seen that she secretly bought a mansion across the street from where Tom Brady's is. Shit. I mean, do she get the kids? I'm pretty sure she got the kids still. Cause she don't work. I don't think she be doing the supermodeling shit for her no more. She might have her own like company though, where she put people on type shit. She might have her modeling agency or something, but I don't think she's actively in the field though. But she secretly bought a house across the street from Tom Brady. I just want y'all to remember something. Ye did that shit first. But y'all was on Ye ass. When he bought that house across the street from Kim K, they was on his ass. Giselle buy it. Oh, shit. It's all praises. And shit, why? Because it's white people. Ye is a black man. They own his ass. Sorry, nah, that's just throwing the race shit in there. You know, we gotta throw some racial up in there. Just to stick with typical media. But nah, she did that though. Salutes to her. She probably want the kids to be around their dad. You know, I mean, that's what's up. I think if it probably was like, bruh, she ain't trying to move also like out of the city. She probably like where they live at. Like they said, they just grew apart for real. I mean, shit, it be like that in life. Like, bro, sometimes you just grow apart from people. Like, it don't matter whether it's your significant other, could be your best bud, could be a sibling, favorite cousin, whoever, man. Shit, sometimes y'all end up on the different sides of the spectrum and shit. It just be like that. But let's go ahead and get into NFL week number 10. Oh, I had to let it go. Week 10. There we go. So on Thursday Night Football, it was Carolina against Atlanta. Carolina won. I think they smashed on Atlanta, if I'm mistaken. But, I mean, both teams trash. I felt like that shit could go either way, for real. Salutes to them and shit. But, let's see, this morning, probably right now as this dropping. Cause I think they said it's like 8:30 when fucking Seattle and Tampa Bay coming on. Let me check the time real quick on that one. I think it is 8:30 in the morning type game. Oh, it's 9:30 a.m. Is what it's saying. NFL Network. So yeah, shit. 9:30. You already know who I'm rocking with. Tampa motherfucking Bay. Tom Brady, nigga, the GOAT. Seattle been playing good though, but Tom Brady got experience in beating Seattle in crucial moments. So I'm not worried, man. It's time, go get that win, Brady. Come on, get that win. Do it for your boy Dash Cash over here. If you don't do it for nobody else, do it for your boy Dash Cash over here. Let's see. We got Minnesota against Buffalo. Josh Allen is expecting to play despite having a PCL strain, which is the fucking shit up here. I think that's what they were saying. It's the fucking muscle that's up here near your elbow and shit. He had a strain, but he expected to play nonetheless. If he play, Buffalo, they getting that dub. If he don't play, Minnesota, Kirk Cousins, they getting that dub. So that can go either way. I'm gonna rock with like I said, Minnesota if Josh Allen don't play. Buffalo if Josh Allen do play. We've got Detroit versus Chicago. I'm gonna rock with. They both trash. I'm gonna rock with Detroit. You know why? Because even though they always been trash, I'm from up that way in Michigan. I'm gonna rock with Detroit. Plus, they beat the Packers last week. So shit, I'm gonna rock with them again, nigga. Let's see. Jacksonville against Kansas City. Kansas City, they getting that. They smoking on the Jaguars. I don't even need to say more. Miami against Cleveland. I'm gonna rock with Miami. Tyreek Hill, Tua Tagovailoa. They about to get up in the Browns, if you know what I mean. They finna make it real nasty. We got the Giants against Houston. Giants over Houston, I just was discussing. The Giants been playing good this year. Also, Houston trash and shit. So, Giants over Houston. Let's see, Pittsburgh against New Orleans. Fuck New Orleans, so I'm rocking with Pittsburgh. Tennessee against Denver. I'm gonna go with Denver. You know why? Because Rush need to get a dub. So I'm gonna pick him. Hopefully, we put that little special caramel on him, you know, whatever little extra shit he need. You know, he need to go ahead and get that dub. What else? Indiana against Las Vegas. Las Vegas, they need a dub. They really want it this weekend. I think they go ahead and get it. Plus, Indiana trash. This needs to be the week that they go ahead and get it clicking, because they pretty much out of opportunities. If they lose again, it ain't no playoffs for them. And then Devontae getting traded from there, if that is the case. What else? Dallas against Green Bay. I'm gonna have to put Dallas over Green Bay because Dallas been playing good this year. Even when Dak Prescott was injured, they still was getting dubs. I think they went like 4-1 when he was injured. And then shit, they done won all the other games since he came back. I think he went like 2-1 because they lost to the Bucks that first game. Then I think he done played like 2-3 games or something. But he undefeated though. So shit, Dallas over motherfucking Green Bay. Plus, like I say, man, fuck the Packers, man. Shit. It's always been that kind of, cause like people compare that nigga Aaron Rodgers to Tom Brady. He's nowhere near Tom Brady. That's it. Aaron Rodgers can't win a conference champion. He can't make it to a Super Bowl to save his motherfucking life. And shit. Don't ever compare that nigga to Tom Brady, bro. Come on now. So I want to see the Packers get a. They will be officially eliminated from playoff contention this weekend. I'll put everything on it. Let's see. Arizona against the LA Rams. That's gonna be a good game possibly. But Stafford from LA, he injured. Shit, y'all know that's the quarterback, Matt Stafford. Then Kyle Murray, he injured too. From Arizona. So Shit, they both in concussion protocol, so it's unlikely that either one plays, but we shall see. If neither one play, LA definitely still, because Cooper Kupp, what they got on the Aaron Donald on the defense, Jalen Ramsey on the defense, even though Ramsey been slacking this year, but I think LA will come up. What else? We got the other LA team, the Chargers. They're playing the San Francisco 49ers this week. That's a tough one. I'm going to say the Niners going to win that one. And shit. Got to rock with the Niners. Because they seem like, when they got Jimmy G up in there, he seemed like he can pull out gritty wins. He done let them to the playoffs plenty of times before. He just don't get it done for real. Well, he did though that one year. They played the Chiefs, but I'm going to have to put Jimmy G over motherfucking Justin Herbert from the Chargers. Because the Chargers ain't been like all that great this year. So I'm going to rock with them. Then tomorrow, Monday, we got Washington against Philly. Shit, I was going to say two trash teams. I'm used to the NFC East being so ass every year, bro. I'm used to Philly being boo-boo every year. I'm used to, Washington still boo-boo. They never going to be good. I'm going to say this shit every single week of the NFL season. Washington, y'all will never win nothing in this fucking eternity unless you leave the city of Washington. Why? Because y'all did the Native Americans dirty. I'm telling you, shit. That type of shit, they got them rituals and shit that they will put on your ass. I can guarantee you. They done put some shit on that franchise where they not winning nothing. And shit, they can make it to the Super Bowl, but guarantee you, they will be leaving with hell of amounts of upset. A ton of upset. With that being said, I'm going to put Philly over Washington. Philly stay undefeated this weekend. I will be utterly surprised, bro, if they lose. It'll be tragic. But I'm going to say Philly over Washington. With that being said, that's all I got for this, for Let's Talk Sports. There's still, though, the place where we say what the fuck we want to, and we do what the fuck we want to do. Y'all stay tuned. More Life Podcast tomorrow on Monday. Always guaranteed. I'm your boy Dash Cash, and I will catch y'all later. Peace.